so much once again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy A Christmas Story. Thank you.
Windows are garlanded in red and green. Yards are alight with plastic reindeer. Milling crowds of shoppers fill the streets, stores, and malls. Put up my own tree last week. Had to assemble it first. Then I took another artificial wood wall with a propane augmented fire, and I began to reminisce. Holidays make you do that. I found myself remembering another Christmas at another time in another place. Home in Indiana, where I spent the various days of my youth. Yes, sir. Home in Indiana. Ragged, vacant lots of American Legion halls and bowling alleys, all woven together by compact web of telephone lines, high-tension wires, and sewer pipes. Now, about this time every year, the wind would come howling across the frozen Lake Michigan, trucking huge drifts of snow. The air would crack and sing, and the power lines would creak under caked ice. Christmas was coming. Lovely, glorious, beautiful Christmas, around which the whole year revolved.
Hey, Sports, wait up.
Lincoln Sports, my two best friends.
Sure didn't finish your shopping yet?
Got most of it finished.
Man, never look what you get.
Come over here. I have not figured out to get my mother yet. My father.
Well, what? What'd you get? Dang, that's my sore arm.
My father I got.
Oh, man.
A new flint gun. The sheer creative brilliance of it was staggering. In a land of rolled newspapers and wire ice water, a man with a new flint gun was game.
You know what I'm gonna get my father?
What?
A rose that squirts.
Whoa.
Now we've all seen those marvelous appliances down at Pulaski's candy store. Bright red celluloid with a rubber ball for pocket use. I'd give anyone the treasure.
Rowdy, come down for breakfast. You're going to be late for school.
I'm coming.
That's me up in my room planning my own Christmas purchases.
I'm serving up the oatmeal.
For my mother, it was either going to be a perfume atomizer with gold lion's feet or a string of plastic beads the size of walnuts. It's not an easy choice to make.
Randy, here's your oatmeal. Oh, Randy.
For my kid brother Randy, I narrowed it down to a plastic water pistol, a rubber dagger, or a tin zeppelin with little wheels and a friction motor. You gotta be careful buying gifts for your kid's brother. You get him something that you really want, can lead to bad blood. Personally, I was lukewarm about water pistols, rubber daggers, and tin zeppelins, so whichever I chose would be safe. Now, our hillbilly neighbors, the Pumpkins, had at least 785 smelly humbugs. And they ignored virtually every person on earth, except my old man. Every time the old man showed his face in public, the Pumpkins hounds came after him. Shoot, down!
See what those lousy hounds did to the hedge? Got the morning mail. What's left of it anyway.
Anything for me?
Sure, here you go. Bill.
Very funny. Hey, did you scrape the ice off the new car?
Yeah, engine's warming up.
Now, for my father, I recently made the final payment on a family-sized can of cyanide. My old man was a devoted woodshiner, an Oldsmobile man, the way others are Catholics, Baptists, and Methodists. One of his favorite proverbs, one he never tired of reciting, was,
Motorists wise, Simonize.
What?
That from the hardware store.
Oh.
Bill.
now, sometimes it was all I could do to keep from spilling the beans and telling what I got me myself, thus destroying that magnificent Christmas morning moment of stunned surprise when he unwrapped that family-sized can of cyanide.
Do you have money troubles? Could you use a loan? I can't figure that out.
What?
Somehow they know me well enough to know I have money troubles, but still they call me occupant.
Now, I was a devoted listener to Little Orphan Annie radio show. Annie and Sandy were always out chasing pirates and trapping smugglers. Best of all, whenever they got to a really tight spot, Annie's friend Punjab would show up and cut the bad guy's heads off. What a great friend to have.
Sorry, nothing today from Little Orphan Annie.
Now, at the end of each radio broadcast, the announcer would read off the string of numbers. Kids all over the country translated those numbers into these secret messages, getting the straight truth right from Orphan Annie. Every day without a decoder pin just postponed my spiritual and intellectual growth.
Ralphie, come eat your oatmeal.
Now, the amount of time it takes for a kid to get something that he sent for through the mail is greater than the amount of time it would take to build the Great Pyramid single-handedly using the number 3 erector set. You know, the one without them.
Randy, eat your food. Don't play with it.
Most mornings, my kid brother wore more oatmeal than he ate.
Stop that noise. Now you eat that food or I'll give you something to cry about.
My mother was a little more subtle.
Randy, how's a little piggy go? That's right. How's a little piggy go? Now, here's a new try. Go on, show me how the little piggies eat. Good piggy. Go on, eat it all up.
Bill, neckties by mail, Bill. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
Another contest. $50,000 giant jackpot puzzle.
Now, my old man was a devoted contest taker. He entered them all. Buying the hidden objects, matched the baby pictures, and sports. The old man knew sports.
What National League team won the World Series in 1907? Easy. Chicago Cubs.
He never lost hope. He believed that major awards came to him who persevered, kept the faith, and mailed by day.
What is the name of the Lone Ranger's nephew's horse? The Lone Ranger's nephew? His horse? Who can possibly...
Victor. His name's Victor.
How did you know that?
Everybody knows that.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Victor belonged to Dan Reed, the Lone Ranger's nephew. You see, when the Texas Rangers were
Never
in fight,
mind. Where there's blank, there's a fire. Where there's blank, there's fire. Where there's blank...
smoke!
Oh, right!
Smoke!
I heard you. Where there's smoke... Smoke! Ah! It's a clicker!
Now, the furnace was always producing something called clinker, which clogged the vents and caused the house to fill with smoke. Whenever this happened, the old man would rush to the basement arm with his trusty poker to do battle. He fought winter tooth and claw, and there was never a winner.
Little pitchers have big ears!
Now, the old man was just warming up his vocabulary. When he lacked in finesse, he more than made up for it in sheer velocity. My father was one of the most feared furnace fighters in northern Indiana.
Someone turn it down again! Who the hell is going to turn this damn room furnace down so low? Open up the doggone damper, will ya?
What?
The damper! Open up the big black puzzle wizard damper!
Now, that was an old, just one of many of the old man's endless lexicon of curses. Realizing it might come in handy at a ball game or an argument with sports, I made note of it for future use. For myself that Christmas, I only wanted one thing. I saw the ad in a magazine called Open Road for Boys. It's a magnificent thing, a balanced copy, superb artwork, and such a contrived catchphrase. It said, "Boys, at last you can own the legendary official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle." There was a picture of Red Ryder himself, hands clutching a girl's stock into a beautiful BB gun I'd ever seen. No self-respecting cowboy would be without one. Hey, partner, this here legendary official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle, just like the one Red Ryder used when he chased his bag. He's got a compass built right into the stocks and never get lost on the trail. Say, there's an official sundial to tell the time in the wilderness. straight shooter. You just look down the barrel of this special cloverleaf sack, pull the trigger. You can't miss.
You can't miss.
It's great for shooting targets and hunting varmints. Say, partner, makes a great Christmas gift too. Tell your dad. Supplies are limited though, so he needs to hurry on over to your local dealer right now. You don't want to be left out.
I don't want to be left out.
Got it later, kid.
How about the clinker?
With that too.
Have some breakfast.
I think I'll just have some coffee. The perfect fool is also known as the Texaco blank sheet.
Fire.
What?
Fire!
Fire!
No, that's your answer. Edwin is the perfect fool, and he's the Texaco fire chief.
Oh, sure, of course. I knew that. Everybody knows that.
Open Road for Boys was a magazine that told dreams, fantasies, and incredible adventures. Now, my dream for that particular Christmas was that BB gun. I fantasized adventures where I and I alone stood between our tiny huddled family and, in a sense, at equal.
We're safe. It's Ralph the kid. Come and fight the bad guys.
And he's carrying old Blue, his legendary official Red Ryder 200-shot carbine action range ball air rifle.
With a compass.
And a thing that tells time.
Built right to the stop.
Now, don't you folks worry none. We'll make short work of these here polecats, I reckon. What do you think of rubber heads?
Well, Ralph and the kid, we sort of figure his Black Mark, his Desperados.
They're packing plastic water pistols and big rubber daggers.
And they come in by air. And it's inside the little wheels and a friction motor.
I ain't seen a desperado alive and stand up to me since I made him in this special clothing side of Old Blue. My legendary official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle. This week, this thing is just fine and ready to install.
That's what I said.
Oh no!
It's Ralphie the kid!
With old Luke, his legendary official Red Ryder carbine action.
200 shot range model air rifle.
With a compass in this thing which tells time. Built right into the sky. And those boys, not even plastic water pistols and big rubber daggers can beat old Blue. You win this time, Ralphie the kid. I'm heading for the border. Bear me back.
Adios, Bart. But I'm warning you, if you do come back, you'll find yourself pushing up daisies on Bill Hill. Because these here squatters is gonna not work some protection. Wherever Ralph the kid is, you'll always find Old Blue. His legendary official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle with a compass and distinguished close time goes right in the sky.
No question about it. That Red Ryder air rifle was an absolute necessity. I've been scheming for months on how to get one, but now Christmas was only weeks away, and I had yet to implant the idea of that BB gun into my parents' subconscious.
The man of bronze.
Doc Savage.
Doc Savage.
Well, Clark Savage Jr. But his friends call him Doc. You want to know their names? Cam, Rennie.
Ryan, thanks. Doc Savage.
I had to be careful. If my kid brother got wind of my scheme, he'd start wheedling and whining for what I wanted. And then neither one of us would score. He was too young for a heroic weaponry.
Randy, how's mommy's little piggy?
You want your oatmeal warmed up? No, I was letting it.
Oh.
Now would be a good time to mention that BB gun. I searched my fevered brain for a clue. It had to be clear, but subtle.
Schwartz told me he saw a pack of wild bears behind glass in his candy store last week.
They looked at me like I had lobsters crawling out of my ears.
Ralphie,
insurmountable by any means known to get them. Immediately, I went into damage control mode.
I was just kidding. Even though Flick is getting one.
A lie.
Beat guns are dangerous. You'd shoot your eye out.
The boom had been lowered and I was under. I knew I better change the subject fast and divert attention away from my master plan.
Hey, Dad.
Hmm?
Bet you can't guess what I got you for Christmas.
Let me see. Is it a new furnace?
Careful there, son. You're liable to upset your oatmeal and make a big mess.
Randy, are you finished?
Uh-huh.
All right. Why don't you go upstairs and wash your hands and get ready for school?
Nobody could win this contest. These questions are impossible.
Like what?
The voice of Snow White in the feature.
Adriana Castellani. Ruffy, go upstairs and why don't you go and get your coat on and get ready for school. Hey, I thought you said you started the new car.
Now, my parents always refer to each used car as new. Because of them, it was.
What?
The new car. I thought you started it.
I did. She's warming up. Should be toasted by now. She's got a good heater in her.
Like the youngest kid in the family that always wore hand-me-down clothes, my old man drove hand-me-down cars. It was partially economics and partially the old man's pioneer spirit. I mean, any man can drive a new car. It takes a brave man to drive one with a shady past.
It's not running.
What? Well, I'll be a dog-bagged cinnamon dish. I'll get away. Heel.
Now, preparing for school during Indiana winter was like preparing for extended deep sea diving. Long johns, 3 pairs of socks, high tops, overshoes, corduroy knickers, flannel lumberjack shirt, 4 sweaters, fleece-lined leatherette sheepskin coat, gloves, mittens over gloves, stocking cap, ear flap hat over stocking cap, and then finally a scarf wound around and around until only the glint of 2 eyes inside a pile of moving dry goods can tell you there was a kid in there. Somewhere.
Ralphie, you're going to be late.
My master plan begins.
Ralphie!
I can't put my arms out.
Put him down when you get to school. All right, ready? Okay.
Later, Randy.
Come on.
It was time. My mother braced her shoulder against the door, fighting against the howling wind that rushed in and raked the living room rug with an icy fury. And then we were launched like astronauts into frigid space, the airlock closing behind us. Scattered out over the icy tundra, we leaned into the wind. Tiny preferred shots of humanity disguised as quilted bowling balls with keep. Toiling painfully over the tundra, waddling under the weight of frost-covered clothing, moving onward, ever onward, to Warren G. Harding School.
I can't get up.
Now, it never entered our minds to stay home from school. Not even during blizzards that would drive creatures in lesser states to stay indoors and dine on their immediate families. We just accepted winter weather the way we accepted oxygen, gravity, parents, and bullies. Every neighborhood had them, the lines were clearly drawn. It's like a kid cast system. Now, the we'll give legend that home in Indiana was Scott Marcus. Scott Marcus? What a rotten name. Yeah, parents named their kids Scott. So like I would make the name fit. He was a wiry, malevolent, sneakily, snidely bully. Lips curled over green teeth, and he had yellow eyes. So help me God! Yellow eyes! Now, every kid I knew was afraid of Scott Marcus. If he treated you kindly, so much as said hi, you dared to feel safe and warm inside. Mostly, though, he just hit you in the mouth. Now, Randy later like a slug. That was his only defense. And one time or another, Marcus had treated every kid in the class to a good, brisk, tendon, snapping arm twist. He gave us this refresher course on a rotating basis. We didn't even check our names on it. But it sure seemed like Flick caught it far more than any of the rest of us.
Hey, that's my sore arm.
And Flick's anybody I'd ever met. It was like he was cursed.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Now, every day at recess, a select group would gather around a lamppost in the corner of the playground to discuss the deep philosophers, exchange information based on the latest research.
All right, then. If you don't believe me, I do dare ya.
The exact wording and nuance in this phase of the dare ritual was very important.
So you're saying if I put my tongue on this post, it'll stick?
Yeah.
That's dumb. It wouldn't happen.
Go ahead, prove I'm wrong. Go ahead, Flick.
Heck no.
'Cause that you know it'll stick.
Would not.
Would do.
Would not.
All right, then. I double dog dare ya.
Oh, now this was getting serious. A double dog dare. All that was left was the triple dare you, and then the coup de grace of all dares, the sinister triple dog dare you.
I triple dog dare ya.
Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare and going right for the throat.
All right, all right.
Do it. Go on, smart pants, and do it.
Hey, it's my sore arm.
Do it.
Don't rush me.
Well, there was no going back now. Flick's spine stiffened, his lips curled in defiance, his tongue went into docking mode, and he moved toward consummation.
Jeepers, it actually works. Wait, what are we gonna do? I don't know. The bell rang.
That bell ruled our lives. It told us when to go in, when to go to recess, when to go home. It was the voice of God, and it could not be ignored. The bell rang.
So, while the virtual velocity of light is infinite, the apparent velocity will always be the same. Even though the Michelson-Morley experiment proves that Dr. Einstein's theory is seriously flawed, I still like his book, The Principle of Relativity. It was a nice break from my Shakespeare studies. Very good, Helen. That was a fine book report. Thank you, Michelle.
Now, Helen Weathers was a woman ahead of her time. To this day, there are only 3 scientists in the world who understand her 3rd grade science. And if we boys all respect her, if she could show on more than one occasion, she could beat us up.
Oh, let's see who's next. Ralph. Ralph, please read your. Where's Flip?
Uh-oh.
Has anyone seen Flip?
Flick? Flick who?
He was here before recess. Ralph. Ralph, do you know where Flick is? For the last time now, I'm asking, has anyone seen Flick? Yes, you stay right there. Oh. Hi, Ralph. Hello. Oh my God!
Flick drew quite a crowd that day. First Miss Shields, then the principal, the fire department, 2 police cars. Somebody even called the power company. They all stood around discussing theories, and then somebody finally just reached in, grabbed hold of Flick, and boom! Freedom's got its price.
Now, I know that some of you put Flick up to this. Fortunately, he refuses to say who. But those who did it know their blame, and I'm sure that the guilt they feel is far worse than any punishment they might receive. Now, whoever you are, don't feel terrible. Don't
worse than any punishment you might receive. Adults love to say that kind of stuff. We kids do better. It's always better not to be quiet. Now, on Saturday mornings, Flick and Swartz and I would go down to Pulaski's candy store. We were connoisseurs of the choo-choo baby, the root beer barrel, and the licorice pipe. We could spend hours making our selection. On Sundays, the family would pile in the Oldsmobile and drive downtown and park to watch the people go by. A ritual that never ceased to entertain the old man. Then came Monday and the return of school and work, and the cycle started all over again. Tuesday, and the stores were starting to stay open into the evenings now. That meant things were getting serious. Wednesday, the old man began to experience his own form of holiday anxiety.
Come on. Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm home.
In those days, we ate a lot of meatloaf and red cabbage. It was like wandering through the desert. Every once in a while, you bump into an oasis. Ham on Easter, turkey on Thanksgiving and Christmas. My old man lived for those meals.
How was your day?
Same as always. Hey, what's for dinner?
Meatloaf and red cabbage.
Yeah. That was Rob.
He's playing the park
Who's Randy?
behind the house.
Grocery list?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't forget the Christmas turkey.
It's too early. Christmas isn't for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, how long did it take a walk down the A&P and just look at the turkeys, huh? Can't hurt. What do you say? Just round the block. 10 minutes. What do you say? Can't hurt. Ha ha.
All right.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Randy, we'll be right back. Ha ha. Turkey.
My old man was an addict with no fear of kicking the habit. He loved cold turkey.
Every single time. Come on.
Now, night fell early during the Indiana winter, and it was dark by the time the old man got home from work on Thursday. So we ate a quick supper, meatloaf and red cabbage. And then we piled in the family Oldsmobile for the annual viewing of the downtown Christmas lights. Now, the icy power lines across Oakland Avenue were looped in shiny red and green garland. The streetlights sported plastic Santa faces, and the window of Higby's department store was alive with electric trains and robot elves. Oh, so many colors, so many toys, the magic of Christmas. Now, after driving through the winter wonderland, that was downtown Holman, we made the traditional journey to the frozen parking lot next to the Esso station to pick out the tree.
How about this one?
There's a bare spot there.
Yeah, but maybe we can turn it the right way and, kind of smooth it. Let me handle this.
Hey, did you folks find what you're looking for?
Well, we were thinking maybe.
Oh, yeah, that tree, that tree's a good one.
But there's a bare spot.
Oh, that's just what was laying when they shipped it.
Yeah, sure.
But it's been standing ever since.
Nah, it's just cold, you see.
Go!
It froze that way. Now,
Rose!
you get this tree here home and you get it inside, it'll thaw out, them branches will come down, it'll fluff up real good.
Oh, yeah, real.
I guess. But is it one of those trees where the needles fall out?
Nah, that's the balsam.
They're balsam!
Well, all right then.
So what do I do?
Well,
Now, remember, it's got a bare spot.
I told you, that's just where.
Yeah, sure. Still, you gotta knock a buck or two off the price.
Where's Randy?
I don't know.
You talking about a young and all bundled up?
Yeah.
Now, he crawled in under the officer's trailer there about jumper cables, rusty tools, empty oil cans, burned out flashlights, and greasy lengths of rope. Then he slid in behind the wheel and started the engine. And we were off, laughing all the way.
The song of differing, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing and learn something nice. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
The Oldsmobile hops fast down the highway. The old man struggling with the tillers.
Stay on the road, you stone-soaking bandit! Summoning bins! Don't dare run!
Now, my father's vast and library of invective enriched my childhood. Some kids learned at the bended knee of their mother. I acquired vocabulary inside my father's orders.
Do you think it's a flat?
4 minutes. Time to be.
Now, whenever my father was driving, he imagined he was racing in the Indy 500. Whenever he got a flat tire, he'd pull into an imaginary pit stop and have my mother hold the stopwatch. Well, actually, the sweepgand on his business to time his tire changing technique. His dream was to break 4 minutes. Now, you have to understand, my father's spare tires were actually only tires in the academic sense. They were round, they were made of rubber, but they had long undergone extreme unction.
I gotta go, Wee-wee. You should have thought about that before. Ralphie, why don't you out to help your father?
Can I?
Yeah, just watch the traffic on the way out.
Now, this was the first time anybody had ever suggested that I help my father with anything.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Mom said I should help.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, sit down. Squat down, man. Here, hold this. No, not like that. Come on. Not like that, so I can put the lug nuts in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lug nuts. And we got it. There!
For one brief moment, I saw all the lug nuts silhouetted against the lights of the traffic.
Oh,
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word, the big word, the F blank 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 word.
What did you just say? That's what I thought you said. Get in the car. Go on.
I was dead. What would it be? The chair, the rack, Chinese water torch, or the guillotine? All mere child's play compared to what I'm sure awaited me. I climbed into the back seat next to my kid brother. He knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. My mother didn't have a clue.
everything okay?
But she knew soon enough, and I was doomed. I had done the unspeakable. I had rotten to the core. There's no way I'd make it up the ladder of human abyss. I'd be drummed out of the human race.
6 minutes.
You know what your son just said?
No, what?
Well, I'll tell you what he said.
Randy.
We drove the rest of the way home in complete, total, absolute silence. Almost. Now, back at home, I was subjected to inquisition and punishment. Over the years, I've become a connoisseur of soap. My personal preference was for Lux, but I found that Palm Olive had a nice McQueen after-dinner flavor. Hey, with just a touch of mellow sweetness. Lifebuoy, on the other hand.
All right. Are you ready to tell me where you heard that word?
Now, I had heard my father say that word at least 10 times a day. He worked in pervading the way other artists worked in oils or clay. It was his true medium, and he was a master at it. Till I chickened out and said the first name that came to mind.
Schwartz. Oh, all right, I see.
Hello, Mrs. Schwartz? Hi, Mrs. Schwartz. Yes, I'm fine. Mrs. Schwartz, do you know what word Ralphie said this evening? He said, yes, that word. And do you know where he heard that word? No, he heard it from your son. All right, it's time to rinse out. It's time for bed. No comic books, do you hear me? And if I see any lights on up there, I'm coming up. Ugh!
3 blocks away, Schwartz was getting hit. And for probably the first time in his life, he hadn't done anything to deserve it. Now, you know, there's never been a kid born that didn't know he was going to die a horrible death or be stricken blind before he turned age 21. And then they'd be sorry.
Say, what's for dinner tonight?
Meatloaf and red cabbage.
Man, oh man, I love meatloaf and red cabbage.
I'll get it. Why, it's Ralph.
Come on in, Ralph. Where you been? Listen, Ralph, what's wrong?
Oh no, he's carrying a cane. He can't see, he's blind.
Blind! Oh, Ralph, what happened?
No, I can't tell you. It would cause too much pain.
Pain? For who?
For us? Was it something we said?
Ralph, what brought you to this lonely state?
It's our fault, isn't it? No, please tell me, no matter how much it hurts, what did we do? No, I can't. Please, you must. I must know what brought you
Tell
to
us,
this.
please.
Please. It was, yes,
Yes?
soap poisoning.
How could we have done it?
Oh, we managed to get along somehow.
I told you not to use life, boy!
I'll never forget myself. Thanks, Mom.
I feel awful.
Over the next few weeks, my remaining senses would wink out one by one as my parents beat their breasts and blamed themselves. The last remaining would be the sense of smell. I'd write a request in my big cheap tablet for a bar of scented life force. I embrace the offer of my mind. As my strength waned away, I'd write a single word, forgive me. And then the number 2 Ticonderoga pencil would fall to my lifeless finger. The funeral would be attended by presidents, kings, queens, and even Red Ryder himself would deliver the eulogy. And then they'd be sorry. Right.
It's nearly time to go home, so let me give you next week's homework assignment. There will be no book report on Friday. Instead, I want you to turn in a written theme on the following Monday, applying everything we've learned this week. Margins, spelling, paragraphing, everything. It will count heavily towards your final semester grade. Choose an appropriate subject and limit it properly. Now, what are the 4 purposes of the theme?
To inform, to describe, to persuade, to tell a story.
That's right. For this assignment, write a theme to inform or persuade. Your choice, single page, and launch your margins. Now, as this is the holiday season, this will be your only assignment for all of the coming week. But with 5 school days and 2 weekends, I am expecting excellent work. Questions? Dismissed. You know what Roxanne said? What? Roxanne said Ralph Parker likes you. Really? Roxanne said that? Well, I think he's cute. Don't you think he's cute? I like older men. Older? 6th graders. Have you picked a subject for your thing yet? Something about politics, maybe. Maybe I will too. Are you a Democrat or Republican? Presbyterian? See that, Ralph? What? Esther Jane was looking at you. I thought she was looking at me. A legendary official Red Rider Carbine Action 200 shot range ball air rifle. Compass and this thing tells time to right in the stock.
You gonna get you one of these cowboy carbines set apart? And you just gonna give up just like that? Well, I'm ashamed of it. You ever heard of Red Rider giving up? Or Roy, or Gene, or Hoppy, or the Lone Ranger? Of course not. Doesn't matter whether you're fighting the Cavendish gang or trying to stop the runaway stagecoach single-handed. Cowboy never gives up. Come here, Mark. A cowboy never gives up. Doesn't matter whether they poisoned the water wells, blown up the railroad trestle, or shot your horse. No, sir, you never give up. You just push your hat back, square up your shoulders, and say, I'm a cowboy. I love my country, my horse, and my best girl. In that order. You can plug me full of holes, shoot me full of arrows, stab me all you want. I ain't falling down. Because I'm tougher than a boot, meaner than a snake, and stubborner than a mule. I'm still standing. I'm standing tall. Standing for what's right. Standing for my country. And not standing for nothing at all. And you know why? Because the cowboy never gives up. Always been my motto, Carl. Words to live by. It's kind of a theme, you might say.
A theme? A theme!
So you just get yourself up, dust yourself off, and go back on that horse that bucked you off. You got a deal, Bart?
Deal! Thanks. Huh? Oh man, Ferguson almost got me. I gotta make up the whole defense.
He did get me.
Well, yeah, at least he didn't get me. What kind of demon Miss Shields tell us to write? A good to inform or persuade. Your choice. Single page or watch your margins. It could have been about anything, right? Can I have this? Yeah, sure. Alright, write it. Who else? Can I have yours?
Sure, it's at home, Al.
And then who else gets it?
Oh, yeah.
Think they give it to me? Sure, run.
Now, I had a plan. Part one, collect enough copies of that BB gun ad to hit my parents from all directions. Part two, spend the next 9 days writing a theme about what I wanted for Christmas. A legendary official Red Rider Carbine Action 200 shot range model air rifle with a compass and distinguished tells time, built right into the side. Miss Shields would read it, she'd join the cause. My parents didn't stand a chance. Come Christmas, that BB gun would be mine.
Hey, get off my leg! Go away! They were waiting for me. Probably plotting all day. Got the mail. What's left of it anyway. I had to throw in the Hooky Ward catalog or I never would have made it across the yard. Let's see. Bill.
What is it?
I don't know. Local postmark, addressed in block letters. Need to plug yourself some varmint saddlebards? Have a look at the legendary official 200 shot. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Randy, put this in the wastebasket.
Speeding up your meters for anything besides shooting targets, birds, and squirrels. You can also use a BB gun to... What I want for Christmas. By Ralph
Friday.
No, hey! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come on, get away, get away! Come on, this is the last time!
Are you okay?
Fine. I'm fine. Out of breath. They got one of my shoes.
That's too bad. I like those shoes.
Yeah, well, too bad one of them's not going to do me much good. Hey, maybe we can go out to dinner tonight.
But I already started dinner.
Well, what is it? Get out. Never mind. Never mind.
Need the mail?
Bill. BB gun ad. BB gun ad. Where are we going with our mailing list? BB gun. What's this?
What is it?
I knew it! I won!
You what is it?
You have won a major award in our $50,000 Great Heroes of the World of Sports contest. It will be delivered to your address by special messenger. You are a winner. Congratulations! A major award! Ha ha! I want a major award! Come on, let's go tell everybody.
Now, word spread very quickly. That evening, the old man's cronies came over to gather around the kitchen table, guzzle beer, and tell dirty stories. Something to regale of the purest sort. By Saturday afternoon, stock salesman at Guardian were already calling to offer congratulations. Already the mail contained suggestions about enriching investments in things like gold mines, stocks and bonds, cattle futures, and BB guns. That evening, just before bedtime, a large delivery truck pulled up in front of the house and unloaded a very large box. Are you Parker?
Yeah.
Sign here.
You run into any trouble with those dogs out there?
What dog?
Bumpus. Oh, here. Sure. Thanks. Really, thanks a lot. Thanks again.
Ralph, run and get me a crowbar and a hammer.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. And to the boys in the truck.
I don't know.
Well, it says on the sign. You're a cheese leg. It must be a
I remember the glorious winged phrases and concise imagery.
What I want for Christmas by Ralph Martin. What I want for Christmas is a legendary fictional Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle with a compass and a sword tells time to right into the sky. It is a very good thing. I don't think Tinker toys are a very good Christmas present. Lincoln Logs aren't a good present either. The end. P.S. Have a Merry Christmas, Miss Shields.
Hey, a little sucking up couldn't hurt, right? One Monday, I turned in my theme confident that I was offering up a masterpiece. No doubt Miss Shields would read it and in her ecstasy excuse me from theme writing for the rest of my life. How I wish I could be a fly on the wall to witness that historic moment when she first laid eyes on the one day known as the ultimate What I Want for Christmas theme.
Margins, margins, margins. Oh, why don't they listen? Why don't they learn? Oh, it's a semi-collision dose period. Oh, I can't take much more of this. What I must is my duty. One more, just one more. Ralph Parker. Why, this is good. It's wonderful. The theme I've been waiting for all my life. It validates my existence. The prose, it sings. Legendary official Red Ryder carbine action 200 short range model air rifle with a compass and this thing which tells time built right into the stock. Oh, quite prose, it's poetry, sheer poetry. It's how Shakespeare's Shakespeare. Why, these are not worthy to be in such close proximity to this masterpiece. Let the word go forth. Master's prologue. The history of theme writing begins here.
After school, I drifted home, secure in the knowledge that my plan was progressing. First, that barrage of ads. Second, the addition of Miss Shields to the columns. And the third piece would fall into place that very evening.
Come on, let's go! Everybody ready?
Ready?
Where's Ralph?
He's already in the car.
Oh, not too anxious, is he? All right, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Don't waste electricity.
Don't waste electricity.
This was the night of the great annual building. The family piled over the Oldsmobile and journeyed to Higby's department store. At Higby's, we blend in with the rest of the Christmas shoppers, parents driving herds of tired and whining children from floor to floor, department to department, cupping, spanking, threatening in order to keep them in the aisles, on the trail, away from hiding holes under counters. At Higby's, I would complete my master plan and make contact with the final member of the team, seated on a snowy throne under a squadron of plastic angels. The man, the connection, the Godfather himself, Santa Claus. He'd be going to be mine. to booty, pleasure of themselves, finally crossing over to join the land of true believers. If any doubt remained, a trip to Higbie's department store would clinch it.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Santa, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Who's next?
Santa, Santa.
Every year between Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve, we find a long line of nervous, fidgety, greedy urchins, all waiting to tell him what they want. No doubt in Hickory, you were connecting with the Santa Claus, live and in person.
Ho, ho, ho. And what's your name, little boy?
Now, in those days, Santa Claus was a big man, both spiritually and physically. He had huge black shiny leather boots and a real thrumming belt freaking stomach. No pillows, I mean a real stomach. To us kids, he seemed over 8 feet tall.
Gotta go, wee wee.
Now, my parents deposited us at the end of the line and disappeared into the crowd of shoppers. The line stretched all the way to Terre Haute, so we spent what seemed like hours creeping closer and closer, finally reaching the foot of Mount Olympus, just minutes before closing time.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Santa, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Who's next?
Santa, Santa. Hi, Ralph. What are you here for? Santa. I'm Santa too.
Ho, ho, ho. And what's your name, little girl?
Santa, Santa. We're both here for the same reason. Isn't that funny? Yeah. Funny. Yeah. Guess I'm the last one. It's almost closing time.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Santa, Santa. I'm asking Santa for a doll. What are you asking for? A legendary official red rider warlord asking for a shower rain follow air rifle and compass and shall time to rain and stop. Ooh, yeah. Aren't you afraid to shoot your eye out?
Ho, ho, ho. Who's next?
Santa, Santa. Well, I guess that's me. But still, it's nice talking with you. Bye, bye. I gotta go, wee wee. Quiet. This is Santa. Santa, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. And what do you want for Christmas, little girl?
Santa, Santa. What's the matter with me anyway? I gotta go, wee wee.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Santa, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Who's next?
Santa, Santa, go ahead. Bye, Ralph. Bye. Bye.
Attention shoppers, it's 9 o'clock and time for Higbie's to close for the day.
Ho, ho, ho. And what's your name, little boy? There, little fellow. Hey, stop that. Get out. Just get it again. What? Okay, it's quick. What? One more, just one more, okay, and that's it. Ho, ho, ho. Who's next? Get up here, kid, the store's closing. Still in the tower. Ho, ho, ho. What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
My mind had gone blank. Dazed in the presence of divine celebrity, I couldn't remember what I wanted. I was blowing it.
Hold on, nice. Football.
Football. Football? What's a football? With no conscious bullet level race quick up? Yeah, sure. Football.
Ho, ho, ho. Football it is. Being ever so humble, there's no place like home. Don't sit there, Randy, and in fact, don't sit anywhere.
Just go get your pants on. It's time for bed anyway. Ralphie, you need to tell Santa what you wanted for Christmas? Yeah. Santa, where?
Yes, you've been a good boy all year.
No.
Well, don't worry. Santa knows. He always knows.
Of course, that was it. More than a week ago, I had made the fatal error of uttering a non-kid word. A major non-kid word. And Santa wasn't going to let it go with just a mouthful of lifeblood. This was my punishment. Okay, Santa was no longer a part of my quest for major armaments. From this point on, it was up to my parents. I'd have to be a model child, step up my in-house marketing campaign, and be ready to spring into action when Miss Shields' endorsement arrived.
Better get upstairs and get your pajamas on.
Sure, Dad. Anything you say.
Now, don't talk back.
Tuesday, on the way home from school, I thought about the airplane. Mulled over the very real possibility of an invasion of raccoons. How would we protect ourselves? What if the circus came to town? All the lions escaped? What if?
Well, we should have found the trading post by now. I'm afraid we're lost, Sister Jane. All the other classes has took the part at the steel mill on their schedule, but it took our class to swamp.
Indiana swamps are unforgiving.
Where's Miss Shields?
Here goes.
absolute necessity. Meanwhile, night after night, the soft, sinuous radiation of the old man's major award lit up Cleveland Street, attracting cruising prides of adolescents.
Hear that?
Oh, I hear it. I hear it every night. The neighbors hear it every night, too.
Well, they're congratulating me on winning the award.
Oh, sure they are.
It's sort of a tribute. That must be the 20th time tonight.
23rd.
So, what's for dinner?
Meatloaf and red cabbage. What's the matter?
Nothing.
You love red cabbage.
Yeah, sure. Hey, how about after dinner we go down to the A&P and pick out our Christmas tree?
Tonight?
Tonight, sure, why not? Perfect weather for it. Make it a family project. Pick out a turkey. A great big turkey.
But I was going to go tomorrow.
Tomorrow, they might all be gone by then. Besides, don't you want my advice?
On what?
You know, shape, weight, flavor, aroma, juiciness, tenderness, succulence.
I'm home. Been playing at the park? Yeah. How was school today? Okay. Oh, almost forgot this came in the mail for you. My little orphan color pin. No running in the house.
So what do you say, A&P tonight?
I'll think about it.
Where's Randy?
He's in the linen cabinet.
All good things come to those who wait, and after what seemed like 200 years of constant vigilance, Annie had come through for me. Ah, that rattle. Few things are as exciting to a kid as lumpy mail. To this day, I get a wild surge of exultation when I get an envelope that's thick, fat, and pregnant with mystery. My membership card. Nothing is important to an American of any age as a membership card with a seal. I would like to have long plastic chains with them. The longer the chain, the more they feel like they belong. And it's signed by little orphan Annie herself. My coat is in it. My simulated gold decoder pin. Now the doors would be open. Now the mysteries would be solved. Now the, oh my gosh, what time is it? 5:27. It's time for the secret coded message.
Any other mail?
5 more of these Red Ryder ads. Must be some kind of advertising thing.
Yeah.
No running in the house.
Pierre Andre, little orphan Annie's official announcer, the definitive radio announcer.
Ready.
Pierre Andre could get more drama out of a string of numbers than Orson Welles could get from Shakespeare. Oh, Pierre was in great voice tonight. I can tell tonight's message was really important. Now to decode it in privacy and finally know the wisdom of the ages.
No running in the house. Okay. You know what's strange?
What?
The stamps on these papers. They look, I don't know, used.
Used?
Yeah, like somebody peeled them off other envelopes and just glued
trudged downstairs to face meatloaf and red cabbage, sadder than life. Honey John had decapitated another victim.
You Captain oh, sick and miserable! What's the laughing power?
Now what happened next was a matter of family controversy for years.
What was that? What happened? What happened? What broke?
I was watering my flowers and I broke your lamb.
Don't you touch it! You were always jealous of this lamb!
Jealous of a cheap and tasty.
Jealous! Jealous because I won!
That's ridiculous. Jealous for what? That's the ugliest lamb I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've hated it ever since it came to this house.
And now it was out.
Get the glue!
We're out of glue.
You used up all the glue on purpose! Not a figurehead!
With all the dignity that he could muster, the old man gathered up the remains of the shattered award and retreated to the workshop inside his garage. There he found an ancient can of iron glue, the kind mechanics use to repair gaskets and exploded locomotives. He spent the next several hours painfully, hopelessly trying to rebuild the net stocking life-size symbol of his greatest victory.
Stop! Stop, damn it!
But the major award was too far gone. Later that night, he buried it in an alley behind the garage. Now, I can't be sure, but I'm almost certain I heard the song Taps that night. Soft. Wednesday, the last day of school before Christmas vacation, and also the day of our class Christmas party, complete with cookies, candy, sugar water punch, and the class gift exchange. Thanks on Esther Jane's name. I got her a large amazing lifelike rubber tarantula. I knew she liked it. Best of all, as we gathered up our loot and put on our coats, Miss Shields passed back our theme.
Good work, Ellen. Until I read your opinion, I never really understood the American economic system. Esther Jane. Excellent work, Esther Jane. Very nice one.
Thanks, Miss Shields.
Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. Oh, thank you so much for the lovely presents. Yeah, sure.
Wait, she liked it?
C plus.
And printed large in red pencil at the bottom.
You'll shoot your eye out.
I was stunned, shattered. To this day, I don't know how I got outside, but there I stood shipping water from every scene in a sea of homebound children who were going to get what they wanted for Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ralph. Well, bye. Huh? What grade did you get, right? On your theme, what grade did you get? C plus. Same as I got.
Yeah, me too.
What? I went for
my tattered dreams into my pocket, stared out hopelessly on the bleak years that lay ahead. Years without an official Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot range model air rifle. How much was a man supposed to take?
Hey, you! Come here! Hey, listen here. When I tell you to come here, you better come here. Help me wash your face! What are you gonna do?
First my parents stood over the end, then stands down his shield. One disappointment after another. Building inside me. Suddenly, melting fuses began to blow. Bang, bang, bang! There was an explosion in my skull. I reverted to the code of my cave-dwelling ancestors, and I went out of my mind with bloodlust. Now I'm so deep under extreme duress and being tough. I became aware that a sort of obscenity was pouring out of me. I see my someone outside of me. Marcus had never seen it. What if he lived with daring like that? Totally unprepared, Marcus folded like a cheap card table.
Ralphie, stop it! Ralphie, that's enough! Come on, Ralphie!
Suddenly as it came upon me, the madness passed.
What? What? Come on, we're going home.
Mrs. Parker! Mrs. Parker! I did not teach him those words! It wasn't me, I didn't know them!
Mama! My mom has played Mama!
Man, that was something.
Yeah.
Ralphie's gonna get it when he gets home.
Yeah, come on, let's have lessons. Not this was your sorrow.
It was. But it just started feeling better.
His credibility ruined, Scott Marcus never bullied again. He drifted into the background of my childhood, finally disappearing altogether. I ran into him years later at a class reunion. He wasn't nearly as big as I was. He tried to sell me life insurance. But as my mother walked me home that day, I knew I was doomed. I had woven a tapestry of obscenity that hangs over Lake Michigan to this very day. And she had heard it. Once we got home, I was prepared for another session with the life board. But instead, my mother cleaned me up and sent me in my room to lie down. Worn out by a day of disappointment and dread, I fell fast asleep.
Ralphie, dinner time!
Dinner? That could only mean one thing. The old man was home. That was it. She was saving me for him. Now I was really gonna get it.
Randy, are you back there? What's the matter? What you crying for?
Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is too.
He is not. Come on out here. I promise you that Daddy's not going to kill Ralphie if you'll stop crying, okay? All right, now what? All right, go sit at the dinner table. Mrs. Parker, Hickman, we're getting ready to have dinner at your table.
It'll just take a minute.
Of course, come in.
I saw Ralphie. He dropped him when he was.
Thank you, Esther Jane. You want to speak with him?
No, that's all right. Oh, did you get the spider he gave me? He drew my name to get exchanged.
That's a very nice spider.
Yes, I really like spiders. Well, I better go. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Parker.
Merry Christmas, Esther Jane.
difference between my mother and me.
This will make it go really fast. Soon. What should we have for Christmas? Kid or cover, she said. Yeah? Yeah. Got lots of jars of special chemicals and book that teaches you how to make stuff. What kind of stuff? Invisible ink, stuff that looks like blood, stink bombs. Stink bombs? Yeah. Got like take time stink bombs you can actually make. Wow. What did you get for Christmas? Lionel train set. With the one that make these windows.
Even gonna get that little house where the guy pops out too.
Oh man.
Oh, hey Ralph, I caught last night when your dad got home.
Wasn't bad. What about that people? Are you getting it or not? I guess not. Gee, about that stuff.
Sorry, Ralph.
Yeah, well. Hey, you wanna come sledding with us? No, you guys go ahead. But don't try to catch up later. Come on, Frank. Hi, Ralph. Hello. May I sit here? Sure. Thanks for, bringing my glasses over. You're welcome. I just didn't want you to get in trouble. Here's a Christmas card I got you. I got it myself. It's over my parents. I bought it for my own lunch. Goodbye.
It was an expensive Christmas card. Esther Jane had spent more than a week's allowance on it. It was all flowers and poetry and doilies. Normally just the kind of card I didn't care for. I didn't mind this one so much though. In fact, I kind of liked it. Now at our house on Christmas Eve, we always opened one present. Other less fortunate families I had heard had to wait until Christmas morning before they opened anything. I always thought of our family as more civilized. Those great heaps of tissue, sparkly, enigmatic packages were a terrible temptation, happening on the folds of a white bed sheet snowbank under the tree. Opening that one present on Christmas Eve helped relieve the pressure.
Oh, okay, all right. Look at it. The green string is out.
No, the green's on. It's the blue that's out.
What color it is? I'm not colorblind.
I'm not colorblind either.
There. Told you it was green.
Oh, what happened?
Don't anybody move. It's just a fuse. I will take care of it.
My old man was an expert at replacing fuses. There weren't enough circuits in the house, so he had plenty of practice. He bought fuses by the gross.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
No. That star is crooked.
The star's perfectly straight.
Whoa. All right. There, perfect.
Now, the only flaw in this Christmas Eve present opening plan was that my parents got to select the present that we opened. In my case, it was almost always the one Aunt Clara sent.
Ralphie, come down and show us what Aunt Claire got you for Christmas.
Now, Aunt Clara for years had labored under the delusion that I was perpetually 4 years old, and a girl, and Ralph.
We're waiting. Right now, Ralph. All right. Oh, damn us.
He looks like a deranged Easter bunny.
He does not. Stop it.
He does too. He looks like a pink nightmare. There, you see?
Well, all right. You can just wear it when Aunt Claire visits.
Unless somebody steals it off the clothesline.
You don't steal things off the clothesline.
Could happen.
Oh, look at the time. Boys, you don't want Santa to pass by just because you're not in bed yet.
Yeah, a little while ago I thought I heard sleigh bells coming down the other side of the street. Oh, let's go! On the double! All right, let's go.
At dawn on Christmas morning, we raced downstairs with unbridled happiness. Santa had come. Yeah, there were clothes and galoshes, but there were more than enough toys and junk to make up for all that practice. Now, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and pretty soon there were no more packages left under the tree, just empty boxes and wrapping paper. You know, in all the excitement, I forgot about the legendary official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 shot rifle. But now I remembered, and I'm mourned. Still, I scored heavily with my mother's perfume atomizer and my kid brother's tin Zeppelin. I made my father wait to open his gift from me last.
A can of Simonized.
You like it?
Of course, motorist wise.
Simon Eyes. You like what I got you, honey?
What you the blue ball.
Bowling
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, the bright blue bowling ball.
That's so you can tell yours from everyone else's.
Yeah, sure. And thank you, darling.
You like it?
Yes, very much, very much. Blue ball.
What?
No, so, you have a nice Christmas?
Pretty nice, I guess.
Yeah? Did you get everything you wanted?
Almost.
Almost. Well, that's life. As always, next Christmas. Yeah.
Where?
By the window. Go check it out. Come on, come on.
What did we put over there?
Santa must have left something there. Open it, open it.
It was beautiful! My legendary official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 shot rifle. Here it was, the compass, and this thing was outside. Looked right into the stock. I couldn't wait to try it out.
There should be a couple of tubes of BBs in there. You know how to load it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
This magnificent weapon came equipped with 2 heavy tubes of copper-tick BBs, gold and shiny and hard as diamonds. Covered in a thin film of oil, they shushed into the magazine, adding a feeling of weight and danger to Red Ryder's peacemaker.
Close it up, close it up.
Can I try it, Mom? Can I? All right, but outside. I still say these things are dangerous. Put your coat on, it's cold outside. Oh, what if it hurts himself?
Hurt itself. I had one when I was 8 years old. He could get ground.
Don't shoot any birds or animals.
Except the bumpus hounds.
Be careful, Ralphie. Oh, the turkey.
What's wrong with the turkey?
Nothing's wrong with the turkey. Just trying to get it out and baste it and put it back in for another hour. Don't you touch that. It's not cooked all the way. I said, don't touch it. You're going to give yourself worms.
It's not raw, it's mostly cooked.
Wait until it's all cooked.
Hey, partners, don't ever shoot at other kids. Red Ryder only shoots at bad guys like Black Bart. Red Ryder never shoots to wound or to kill. He just shoots the bad guys' guns out there.
Okay, Black Bart. Now you get yours.
Oh my God! I shot my eye
Ralphie, be careful. Don't shoot your eye out.
out! My mother hadn't seen. She didn't know. I was okay. The BB must have hit my glasses. Oh no, where are my glasses? Few things brought such swift and terrible retribution to a kid as a pair of broken glasses. Now, be careful. You can't see where you're walking. You don't have your glasses, but you might. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Just what I was afraid of. They're pulverized.
Oh, no.
Well, for a minute I thought I could fake it. Maybe they never know the lens was out.
Oh,
No, I knew that would work. Quickly, my mind evolved a spectacular plot. Let's see, an icicle. Yeah, an icicle. An icicle fell off the garage and hit me in the eye. It would work. It had to work. Quickly, I whipped up some tears.
no. Ralphie? Ralphie! Ralphie, what happened? What's the matter?
There's this icicle, and it was really big.
Come on, hold up.
There's an icicle, like the
Icicles
biggest
are
I've ever seen.
dangerous.
Let me tell.
Oh, it's hardly more than a scratch. I'm sure your air rifle reflected it. You weren't hurt as bad as you might have been. Here, put this wash rag on it.
It hit my cheek and broke my glasses, and I tried to get out of the way.
I know. Icicles are could be dangerous. You're lucky you didn't cut your eye.
I tried to get out of the way.
Of course you did.
But what about my glasses?
Don't worry about them. You can wear the old ones with the broken earpiece
You know, sometimes life is like that. When you're at the height of your reveries, when our joy is at its zenith, when all is right with the world, unthinkable disasters can descend upon you, like now.